Am I the asshole for telling my brother if his kids go hungry that's his problem not mine? Throw away my English is a work in progress so just a warning. I'll call my brother Mike and my ex Tammy. 10 years ago my then fiancé left me at the altar, most humiliating thing I've ever been through, and went on our honeymoon with Mike. In her note she told me she loved him since high school but he was never interested so she used me to get to him. She claimed to have loved me at some point but after a drunken one-night stand her and Mike knew they were soulmates. I'm not gonna lie I was a wreck for about a year every time I tried to move forward that day her mother tearfully handing me the note and everyone's faces would set me back. But time's a healer I've moved on I disowned Mike and haven't spoken to both of them in 10 years. For the first 2 years my family hid they had any contact with him but then just basically sat me down one day told me Tammy was pregnant and Mike was planning to marry her soon so I needed to get over because they were going to the wedding, baby shower etc. To honest I was hurt at the why they went about it but they're adults, I can't control what they do with their lives. I simply asked they not invite me to anything they would be at or expect me to forgive him which they tried multiple times to make us talk but after a year of no contact they got the picture. Fast forward to last week I heard Mike and Tammy are expecting their 5th child and Mike's business went bankrupt last September then the chain Tammy works at closed down and they have zero savings apparently. My family have hinted that my wife and I should help them because we are the most financially successful for the kids' sake. My wife told them straight up no and said tell Mike to look for a job and we left. A while later I got a call from an unknown number I had a feeling who it was but I just had to answer from the moment I said hello. Both Mike and Tammy started ranting about me needing to get over Tammy. My wife's a queen, saying I'm a piece of shit for punishing kids for something that happened years ago. Finally my brother asked me how does it feel to be the reason his kids go hungry. So I told him that's his problem not mine. They started yelling, crying so I just hung up. Since then my whole family is calling names for taking my anger out on Mike's innocent children. My wife said I should tell them all go fuck themselves and ask them to put their hands in their own pockets. I really am in love with your wife and I'm getting a tan from her blazing shiny spine. She is right. Plus, she is truly all the family you need. Mike and Tammy made their choice 10 years ago. The thing is Tammy knew what she was doing and could have ended it way before the ceremony. Coupled with the fact she had a one-night stand, where your bro gets his culpability, the gross cherry on top. They took your honeymoon. I'd have sued her for that. I hope you got the ring back or dues for the cost. Oh yeah, might be good to mention to your family you already chipped in, and state the above reasons if they never paid you back. Not the asshole. Edit to say thank you for all the awards. Not the asshole and it sounds like you definitely upgraded when marrying your wife. And #X200B. Good on you op. Tell the rest of the family to help Mike if they're so concerned. If you're really worried about the kids going hungry maybe a call to CPS is in order. Not the asshole. I'm sorry that happened to you, but you dodged a huge bullet there. Your wife is a queen. Take her on a nice date. Not the asshole. They are complete idiots. If you are asking for someone to help you, you grovel at their feet, not tell them how shitty of a person they are. Secondly, how irresponsible of them to have a 5th child that they cannot support. Sorry about your family mess. I'd say just continue not having them in your life like you have been. If your parents want to help then that's their choice. You owe your brother nothing. Not the asshole. Those kids aren't your responsibility any more than they are anybody else's. The rest of your family can ante up and shut up about it. Here's the thing, even if your brother had never wronged you, and if his wife was not someone you'd once been involved with, you would still not be obligated to help them out. Their family is their responsibility, not yours. Not the asshole. You owe your family absolutely nothing after how they've treated you for the past decade. Please cut everyone that tells you to get over it out of your life. You deserve so much more. Not the asshole. Your wife is right. Tell them all to go fuck themselves. Your family is a bunch of shitbags for expecting you to ever give them anything more than a dirty look. What they did to you is unforgivable in my book. You don't owe them or their children a thing. Not the asshole. You aren't punishing the kids. You aren't taking anything away from them. Not the asshole. Your wife's seriously badass. Hang onto her with both hands. I am furious on your behalf. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. But also info. Why are they coming to you instead your ex's family or your family? Tammy sounds like a nightmare. You dodged a bullet with that one. And Mike got what he deserved. You are in no way obligated to feed their kids, they need to get jobs or go to the food bank. Tell them to leave you out of their drama. Better yet, cut all contact. Not the asshole. Edited spelling error. So after 10 years the very first thing he says to you instead of "I'm sorry dude" is "You need to get over it." I'm assuming they know you're married, and saying you're punishing the kids they chose to have. Absolutely not the asshole. Just because you're blood related to someone does not mean they're worthy of being called family. If they realized they were soulmates, there are literally a million other ways to have told you other than just leaving you at the altar to embarrass you in front of everyone. They sound extremely narcissistic and selfish. Not the asshole-like at all. Some people earn cruelty, they deserve it on a bone-deep level. Your brother and Tammy are those people. And yet despite that you haven't actually gone out of your way to inflict suffering on them. You've just refused to take responsibility for their poor choices. Not the asshole and a much better person than I am. Treasure your wife by the way, she's exactly what a partner should be. Donate some money to someone else's kids. If you are going to support the children of strangers, why not some deserving ones? Not the asshole. Not your kids, not your problem. Love your wife though rolling on the floor laughing. Not the asshole. I don't know how some people do the things they do. If I made a fool of myself, left someone at the altar for their brother, I wouldn't be begging the person who I mistreated for money, no matter how dire it is, let alone berate them over the phone for it. Wow. Yeah, no doubt, you're not the asshole here. Not the asshole. Your wife is a champ. Ha ha yeah ha 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 ha. Man, that is some shit to go through. Glad you made it out the other side. A lot of people aren't so lucky. As for the kids, yeah it sucks, but it's literally not your problem. Had the split been amicable, yeah, maybe help for these kids sake. But those are the spawn of two triflin' asshoes. Not your fucking problem, hard not the asshole, case closed. Next. See you on the front page. This shit cannot be real. Dare am I the asshole? Good one. Not the asshole, tell them you will pay for Mike's vasectomy. Not the asshole. Your family have got some nerve. They chose Mike over you when they decided to welcome him and Tammy's relationship and they want you to give Mike money because family? Ah, hell no. True family has your back and sacrifices for you. Your family made no sacrifices for you and definitely didn't have your back. Go NC with them all. Also, this gaslighting nonsense that you are the reason his kids will go hungry is insane. They are the reason their kids will go hungry and your wife is right that any flying monkey who doesn't like your decision should put their hands in their own pockets to feed the kids. Not the asshole. Regardless of your past, your brother's kids are not your responsibility. No one should make you feel guilty because you don't want to take care of other people's kids. Not the asshole. You don't owe them anything besides going no contact if they continue with their harassment. Your brother and Devil X need to go elsewhere for help. Perhaps help from the rest of your family that decided your feelings do not matter and took the side of the people who betrayed you about as bad as anyone could be betrayed. You moved on and are doing well. Your success has nothing to do with them and they don't deserve anything from your success. I do feel bad for the kids and may think about offering to give them gift cards specific to a grocery store or ordering items specific to the kids' needs. Sounds like they said no to that though, so again, screw them. Not the asshole. If they had respectfully and humbly reached out to you, begged forgiveness and asked if you could help, then maybe, just maybe, you could throw a few bucks their way. But to get in your face and demand that you help them, that's crazy. To blame you for their kids going hungry is ludicrous. You need to go no contact with your whole family for a while. If I was you, I would tell them and your family to go and fuck themselves, and say if they feel that strongly about helping them they should put their hand in their pockets and feed the kids. If your brother was that bothered, he would take any job to make sure his kids had food on the table. Not the asshole. Not the asshole that is one of the most craziest betrayals and then they just expecting you to be okay with taking in that many kids? All while berating you too? No LMAO. Not the asshole, none of this is your problem. Not the asshole and I like your wife. Not the asshole, they may be related by blood but they are not part of your family. It's totally understandable why you cut them off and the rest of the family can sort it out if they want to. It's no concern of yours. Not the asshole at all. Not your kids, not your responsibility. Even without your Jerry Springer history with your brother and Sil, you would not be obligated to help them. They are wildly dismissive of your feelings about their betrayal of you. From where do these people get the balls to try to make you responsible for their financial issues? Your wife sounds like a gem. Tell you family to kick rocks and do something special with your amazing wife tonight. Not the asshole, block them. Not the asshole, they had 5 kids? What are they trying to be, the Brady Bunch? Like someone above said, ah hell no, are you or your wife in any way obligated to help them? Not the asshole, don't give them a penny, go NC on your family who support them and live your life. Not the asshole, but their family, so it's your duty to help them. Get them a pack of condoms. And one huge condom for Mike cause he's a colossal DCK. Not the asshole. And, your wife is absolutely correct. Not the asshole, even without any of the backstory you aren't responsible for other people's financial difficulties. If you had money to spare and decided to help a friend then great, but you would never be an asshole for deciding not to when it's not your responsibility. Not the asshole. There are social, government, charitable programs in most countries that can help truly starving children. I wouldn't give them 1 cent. Not the asshole, you have nothing to do with them so it's not your responsibility. Not the asshole at all. You're not obligated to anyone but your own wife and kids. I can't believe your family would expect you to just get over it and help them financially. Not the asshole, and your brother should be prosecuted for bro code violations. Not the asshole. Your wife is right, tell the fam to go F themselves plus start shelling out for Mike plus Tammy plus the 5 kids. Not the asshole, block everybody. They are all Oz. Not the asshole, and, pardon my language, F.K. them kids. They are nothing to you and your wife and their kids are their responsibility. Block every person who's pushing you to help him. They are trash and so is anyone who associates with them and tries to strong-arm you into helping these vile people. This reads like a bot wrote a story. This is a joke, as are you. Be for real with your next bullshit story. As a once great rapper said, fuck them kids, bro, not the asshole. But you know, cause of the asshole parents, not the kids. I've seen this story months ago. Fake. Not the asshole, by their definition you should be responsible for all the hungry children in the world that you never met. What the fuck, their kids are nothing to you. If my son did that to the other I would cut them off completely and the cheater wife would never be welcome no matter how many kids she slid out. Not the asshole. The easiest way to have gotten you to watch the kids was to have not left you at the altar for Mike in the first place. I cannot imagine a more thoroughly burned bridge than that, and they're now wondering why they can't cross it.